the members carrying zero force, that is zero force members in the truss shown in the figure, for any load P greater than 0 with non-appreciable deformation of the truss, that is, with non-appreciable changes in the angles between the members R. Let's see the configuration given. And here are the options. So, basically, in the given truss configuration, we need to find out what are the truss members which carry zero force. Right? The members which exist in the truss but do not carry any force are called as zero force members. The procedure is generally to identify any zero force member in any kind of a truss configuration. We need to check for three conditions. First condition is a minimum of 3 members should be connected at a joint. There should be no external force applied to that joint. 2 of its members should be collinear. So these are the three conditions for any truss which is to be applied to get the zero force carrying members. So now from the given configuration of truss, the joints which satisfy the given conditions or the explained conditions are joints B, T and G. Now under truss equilibrium, let us try to draw the free body diagram of joint B. What is a free body diagram? We need to isolate the member which we are considering to draw the free body diagram from all the supports and all the other reaction forces whichever, whenever possible, have to be shown in the free body diagram. So let's see the free body diagram of joint B. This is the free body diagram of joint B, right? Since the members AB and BC are collinear to each other, the forces carried by them will be equal and opposite. Therefore, when force momentum or force equilibrium are applied, these forces will cancel out. Therefore, the member BF is a zero force member according to joint B, right? Similarly, let's try to draw the free body diagram of joint D. This is the free body diagram of joint D. Here also, the members CD and DE are collinear. That means the forces induced in these members are equal and opposite, and they will negate or cancel out each other whenever the force equilibrium is applied to this joint. Therefore, the zero force member according to this joint is DH. Similarly, let's try to draw the free body diagram of joint G. This is the free body diagram of joint G. Here also you can find that FG and GH are collinear forces. So here also, whenever the force equilibrium is induced, the forces induced in the members FG and GH cancel out each other, indicating that the member GC is a zero force member. Right? Now let us consider this portion of the truss. Okay, the right part of the truss. Here the forces in the members CD and DE will be zero. Can you guys guess why is so the forces in the members CD and DE are zero? This is because there is no horizontal force or horizontal reaction which is there which can induce the forces which are non-zero in CD and DE. Therefore, the zero force members are BF, BH, GC, CD and DE. Therefore, the correct answer to this question is option C.